Sailor Mini Moon Greeny here, and today I'm going to talk about this one. Well, it's not bad or anything, but why do I always start up by saying, oh, it's not bad or anything? Almost like I believe what I'm going to talk about bad or something. I don't even know why I didn't start out a film by saying that for. I don't know. So anyway, oh, my neck. Alright, so the way I look at it is, it's like this. Alright, so, I gotta clean my eye out. Alright, so the way I look at it, it's like this. Um, right. So getting back to what we were talking about earlier, we were talking about Toon Maker Sailor Moon. Well, we actually talked about one of our other films. We talked about it, but why we're going to talk about it? Well, first off, why we're going to talk about it again? Oh, all right. So there might be some folks out there who might think that, oh, we've been doing this for going to be 8 years come May, and someone out there might think that, oh, we're running out of things to talk about, or we don't know what to talk about, or we don't know anything of what we're talking about, which is not true. Alright? Sometimes you wish if you go back in the past and remake all the films that you made before, all the ones that were beloved and liked by a lot of folks, but you cannot do that. You know, what we did on Sailor Moon Red and Sailor Moon's Red 1 and Sailor Moon's Best 1, Sailor Moon's Best 2, and either what we did on Sailor Moon on Tube and Sailor Moon on YouTube and Sailor Moon Red 1, 2, 3, 4, you can't do it anymore. You know, you can't go back and stop the hacking from happening. Even if you knew how hacking worked, you still wasn't really much you could have done about it. Couldn't really done anything about the fake flagging or whatever, the fake telling what was going on at the time. So it is what it is. But at least the way I look at it, you know, that this YouTube fairway has been around for 7 years, oh, soon to be 8 years come May. So anyway, yeah. So there might be some folks out there who might think, oh, well, we've reached the end of all the things we're going to talk about and all the things we're going to do. Oh, we pigeonholed our... Well, first off, that's a French borrowed word. And the English word is no. We don't. Because even though we do Sailor Moon here, we don't always talk about Sailor Moon. We talk about other things that truly had nothing to do with Sailor Moon. So, let's get into this film. It's about 3 minutes in. So today's film is about, did we knock off the Power Rangers? Which I know we made films on that, talking about that before, but did we actually do it? And the answer would truly be no. You know, Power Rangers or Strength Keepers or whatever you want to call them was taken and fostered from Super Sentai or Over Team, as it's called. So at the end of the day, Sailor Moon didn't knock off that show, or wasn't a knockoff of the show. Now, a lot of folks will look at Sailor Moon and they will look at Power Rangers, but they'll look at maybe the first or two followings, maybe even the three followings of Sailor Moon, maybe, and they'll see a lot of things that are the same. They'll say, well, one of the things they bring up that are the same between us is having themes of the week. You know, that's what they bring up. You know, or more like Fiend of the Day, I guess you should say. But that's what they bring up. But then I think a lot of shows had that same kind of setup. But then they'll also bring up about Queen Beryl, she brainwashed Tuxedo Mask, Prince Endymion, or Prince Darien, whatever you want to call him. The same way Rita Repulsa would brainwash Tommy Oliver, make him the Green Ranger and stuff. Uh, but very few of them will go out to say, oh, well, the Green Ranger always helped the Pink Ranger out, or later on, the White Ranger helped the Pink Ranger out the same way that Tuxedo Max always helped Sailor Moon out. Um, yeah, there may have been some things that were the same there, but very few of them, and only there was only one someone on YouTube may have overlooked those two things, but then they brought up about how Amy and Billy were both they both were both blue. Well, they both shapeshifted into being blue. Um, and that they were both highly wise. Okay, yes, that was true. But I think there were probably a lot of shows where you had some Southhood that was highly wise, and them just both shape shifting to be blue over good doers was just, I don't know. But anyway, I really don't got the answer for you. I think a lot of that just happened to happen the way it happened, and it wasn't one show offshooting from the other show. It would be hard to do that, giving to how the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers didn't actually show up until between 93 YL, where Super Sentai Over Team had been around since 9 between 75 YL, and Sailor Moon really didn't get its live drawing start until 9 between 92 YL, so it would have been hard to knock off a show or take from a show which wouldn't happen till 1 year later, which borrowed and fostered from another show that had been going on for longer years before this show that it borrowed and fostered from got started. Now, Nako Takaguchi has gone on the log or the reckoning by saying that she was a follower of Over Team, which the Power Rangers or Strength Keepers were fostered and taken from, and which gave her the thought of doing her woman take on it, which Sailor Moon is what it became. And yes, it's true that she was Ithined and she had her hands and all kinds of other stuff before she became a writer and stuff, but you know, and that may have gotten her. She may have seen that and thought, "Wow, I could foster and take my own take from that," and that might have been what was going on. You know, at least that explains some of it. Now, a lot of folks out there are going to wonder this one other thing. Did Deke did Deke ever get Sailor Moon to, and later on in Cloverway, was they brought in to get on the success that the Power Rangers were having? Yes and no. I don't really know if it was Deke getting back at Siobhan for wrongs that may have been done to them years ago. I don't either know. Keep in mind, Toei did both shows. So it would have been dumb for ones, since Toei did both shows, it would have been dumb for them to get a deal with Deke just so Deke would have Sailor Moon as some kind of getting even toll, which I don't believe it was. But I do believe at the end of the day that Sailor Moon did come along in the New World to get some of the work that the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers were having years before that. You know, yeah, it was also, yes, if the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers could work, then Sailor Moon could work. So I believe that was kind of going on. But I really don't think it was any kind of fight going on between the two sides because it was unfair. One side had the good time slots and the other side did not. But anyway, at the end of the day, I do not think that we knocked off the Strength Keepers in any way. I'm Sailor Mini Moon Rini. Hope you like this film.